And a very good afternoon to you. I'm Lisa Lord with the CBC News Break. Labour Minister Senator Dr. Esther Bayer-Suckoo has commented on Barbados' latest ranking in the UNDP's Human Development Index. The report, released yesterday, keeps the island as the highest-ranked Caribbean country on that index. It places Barbados at 54th out of 188 countries. She says it affirms the government's position that development is not only about dollars and cents.
It's not just about growing our GDP, it's not just about keeping our checkbook balanced. It is about ensuring that the quality of people's lives can be maintained and even improved. And year on year we have seen, even in the recession, not massive increases in our HDI, Human Development Index, but year on year we have seen an increase in our Human Development Index even during this recession, because this administration determined that we are more than an economy, we are a society. It's not just about balancing checkbooks.
The Labour Minister also saluted what she says is the resilience of Barbadians during tough times.
It has been a difficult few years, but I want to congratulate the spirit of Barbadians, the resilience of Barbadians, who in spite of the fact that there are those who are trying to tell them that you are dying, you are starving, and you will not live till tomorrow because your belly is touching your back, have instead decided that they will do what Barbadians have done for decades. They will make ends meet, they will provide for themselves and their families, and they have been doing so. We have seen the resilience, the innovation, the creativity of Barbadians.
Government Senator Reverend Dr. David Jewett is strongly against comprehensive sexuality education and is urging education officials not to allow it into Barbadian schools. He told the Senate that he considers it an assault on the health and innocence of children.
Comprehensive sexuality education programs have an almost excessive focus on teaching children how to obtain sexual pleasure or gratification in various ways, including through masturbation, anal and oral sex, and the list can go on. I don't think this is anything that we want to just force upon our 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, and even those a little older than that. One of the main goals of the comprehensive sexuality education is to change the sexual norms of society. So that's not anything that we will want to push.
Well, Senator Jewett also expressed concern at the rising number of accidents and road fatalities and queried whether any of the road fatalities were the result of drunk driving.
I believe once people know that they will be tested, then I think it will be a deterrent. Not to all, but I'm sure to a significant number. And it may also save a few lives. And that is why I really would encourage it to be done here in Barbados. It's already done in some of our other Caribbean islands.
Barbados has more to boast about than the record number of long-stay visitors that came to the island last year. According to Parliamentary Secretary in the Tourism Ministry, Senator Irene Sandiford Garner, cruise ship visitor numbers were also up during the period. In fact, she says almost 500,000 more cruisers came to the island, contrary to reports in some quarters.
So where we would have welcomed the 600,000 plus airline passengers, Barbados welcomed 594,985 cruisers last year. And this is up 1.4% from the previous year.
Senator Sandiford Garner says overall, long-stay visitors showed increases every month during the review period, with the exception of September.
67,000 in December, 62,000 in November, 62,000 in January, and 60,969 in February are peak months, all record-breaking months. November recorded our highest growth at 18.5%, which was 62,802 non-Barbadian visitors to these shores. September, which is generally the lowest month, was also the lowest last year, but it was up 10.5% on September of 2015.
Well, although it is yet early with almost 3 months to go before the start of this year's hurricane season. Early predictions are pointing to an average or just above average season. This is according to senior meteorologist with the Barbados Meteorology Service, Clem Williams. Mr. Williams, however, says that while predictions are used as a guide, Barbadians should be prepared for anything.
It really only takes one system.
Could be a trough system.
Yeah.
Could be a trough system, could be a tropical storm. It only takes one system of any major significance to disrupt lives and so on across the island.
Mr. Williams was speaking on CBC TV 8's Morning Barbados to discuss World Meteorological Day being held under the theme Understanding Clouds. He says with the Grantley Adams International Airport being, as the name suggests, an international hub, the Met Office remains critical to aviation.
Now you could imagine if an aircraft is approaching Grantley Adams on descent and some unexpected weather event occurs. That captain or that pilot may not always have enough time to make a correction. And that can be very critical.
Yeah.
Same thing with takeoff, right? So, especially within what we call the airdrome environment, weather information is very critical. So what happens is that there is a constant communication between meteorological services and the air traffic services. Right? So I keep telling people, look, when you're in your bed sleeping 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I have officers going out on my observation deck and making constant observations of the weather conditions.
Well, stay with us. We'll have regional and international stories right after the break.
It's not about exercising.